Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tara Wealth, and this is Review with Tara Wealth, movie reviews with Tara Wealth. So if this is your first time on my channel, I would love if you can click on like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here with me. And then of course, let me just tell you what I do here exactly. Okay, so this is where I give you reviews on movies, interesting movies, by the way, interesting movies on YouTube, and something coming up on Netflix, or what is actually currently showing on Netflix, something interesting. You know, I don't want you to start wasting your data or downloaded the movie and realize that, oh my god, I cannot believe I downloaded it. So before you download anything for the weekend or probably for the night, you know, before you actually get to the half of the movie, before you realize it's a waste, please check in my channel for my movie recommendation and my reviews on them. And sometimes I give a little bit synopsis if the movie is very interesting, by the way. So I will give you a synopsis on it. Yes, so that is what I do here exactly. That's what. So before I get into what I have for you this week, let me just say, if this is your first time here, please click on subscribe, and at the same time just drop hey girl in the comment for me to know that this is your first time in this place. I would love to have you, and I appreciate you for, you know, diving in. Okay, so I uploaded video like this once every week, so please check out and please click on notification. all right, so without wasting much of your time, let me get to today's stuff, shall we? Okay, so as usual, I usually start with Nollywood, then I get to Hollywood, and I go to K-drama. You know, for my Korean fans, I don't do Bollywood, I don't do shuri, it's not my thing. so let me just quickly dive into what I have for you today. So I have two movies for you today from Nollywood. Yeah, okay, so there's this movie that's been out on YouTube. I don't know, you might be seeing it or not. It's actually titled The Secret Next Door. Okay, so I don't know how to dive into The Secret Next Door, because, you know, this movie is actually kind of interesting, but, you know, anytime I use kind of you know, there's a but coming, right? Okay, so here's the thing. It's not like the movie storyline is not good. The movie storyline is good and everything, but maybe the director or the producer needs to change a little bit something, because I notice sometimes they want to give you this anticipation of something to put you at the edge of the seat, but before you know it, well, they've already given everything out, because from the first scene of that movie, I already know how it's gonna end. And what the hell is that music? You think, okay, I think I really need to dive on this, because most of the time when we are watching Nigerian movie, there is this annoying thing they do with that music or that soundtrack, you know, under the song, I mean under the movie, it's already giving everything away. What the hell is secret that you are keeping secret? Oh my goodness, like this song already giving us everything about the movie. Like, I already knew the secret the lady was keeping. I already knew the relationship between both the first door and the second door. We already know all of that. Like, I don't want to know, I don't want to know the end of the movie. That is the reason why we are starting it from the beginning, right? I want to be, you know, I want to be surprised, I want to be amazed, I want to see something a little bit different. So please, those kind of music, I mean, come on, even Korean put some kind of music that you wanted to download to it. But what the hell was secret next door, secrets? You better tell your secrets. Okay, and at the same time, there's also this annoying thing about the movie. I mean, this lady has been seeking this secret for over like what, 10 years, and she wanted to reveal the secret, and she revealed it in the public, in the compound, in front of everybody. Like, what the hell was that? Another thing, the guy, I mean, that other guy, I don't want to tell you about the movie, so just go and watch it. So the crazy boyfriend or the crazy fiancé wanted to kidnap a child, and then the child was sleeping, and he just carried the child off the bed like that, not like they gave the girl with sleeping drugs. Like, I mean, producer or director, can you please check all of those things? Because come on, this is 21st century. We don't want to be seeing something. I mean, Nigeria was supposed to have been better than this. Like, I expect us to be better than this, and some movies were actually better than this. And a movie like that with those kind of amazing actors, John Eckenham with Rosemary, with, I mean, all these amazing actors, it's actually actually diminish, or should I say drop their, if we are giving them ranking, drop their ranking for them to actually act those kind of movies like that. So please check it. It's not like the movie is not interesting, it's kind of, but from that first scene, we already know what we are looking into, we know what we are looking forward to. So I'm not really that freak about this. So probably if you have a free YouTube 9 that is going to expire, you might want to check it out. But to actually use your money to download it, I don't know. But unless if you are not me, you know, if you are not looking for anything, you know, so you can just check that out. Okay, so the title of the movie is The Secret Next Door, starring John is it Ekenem something? Yeah. But it's been uploaded by Royal Heart TV, so you can just check it out. Okay, so the second movie I wanted to give to you is Saving Grace, and that is starring Daniel Hudson. Oh, I know, we love the guy, right? Okay, so this movie is actually very fantastic. It's amazing. Like it's about prodigal son that his mom is trying to get him right because he's the only one, he's the only heir. At the same time, he's going to inherit the old something. So the mom trying to manipulate him in getting serious. Yes, now let me put it like that. So he has to marry somebody. I don't want to tell you all about the story. He has to marry somebody, and he, you know, in order to get the inheritance from the mom, so he played the game along. So you can just watch the movie, you will know what happened. But what do I think about the movie? First thing first, like I love this movie. It's very fantastic, and I love the ending. You know, when I tell you I love the movie ending, you should know there's something about Jesus in it, right? So I actually love it, and I think the movie was written by Aisong Udogia, that fantastic, beautiful woman. Okay, so anything that from that woman, you could have known that yes, Aisong Udogia, you can actually know that movie is going to be fantastic. So what do I think about this movie? Okay, well, it's pretty great. Like, I mean, it's something that, of course, we know how it's going to end, but it's not really how we thought it's going to end. There was still a little bit of, you know, something that comes in between before what we are expecting happen. So it's actually a fantastic movie. It's something that you wanted to look forward to, and at the same time, something that is going to teach you a lot of lessons. Like, for example, this girl happened to just trust this guy, and this girl, they wanted us to know that she's actually a religious woman, or should I say spiritual woman? You know, there's two different things, being religious and being spiritual. Okay. But we're gonna get to that. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, so they want us to know that this lady is actually a religious woman, but when this guy actually proposed to her, she sensed in herself that things are going too fast, but she doesn't really like go to God and be like, God, what do you think about it? So she fell into the trap. It was hell of a marriage for her. But of course, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord, right? So I was not asking myself, I was the one that is actually, in the situation that this girl was in, like, now that after the guy has did all the crazy thing the guy has did, the first time this guy told the girl that he loved her, it was because he was trying to deceive her into marrying him so that he can get the inheritance. So now after the mother died, the mother wrote it in a will, like, okay, if there is any reason that my son and Grace, they happens to divorce, all of my property goes to Grace. And then after a while, the guy got sick, yada, you can watch it. But what I'm trying to say, there's this scene that after the guy was trying, like, okay, I think I found my wife, like, let me be good to my wife. And then the guy happened to be like, okay, I love you. And the guy just happened to tell him that you cannot love me because I'm dying. Then I was like, what? Like, I mean, you just told the guy that's been treating you like hell that all he wanted is for you to get out of his life. Now, without him divorcing you, he just know that you are dying. All he has to do is kill you and get whatsoever he want. I mean, the way the girl trusted the guy, it's a little bit unreal, because after everything this guy has done, even though if you are Jesus, you will still need a little bit of time, like, okay, you have to earn my trust. So that is a little bit, I don't know how I can put it, but that particular scene does not really sit well with me. But maybe it's because, you know, it's a Nigerian movie and they wanted to, you know, stuff everything to, you know, to present it to us. But the movie is actually kind of interesting. You should check it out. It's Saving Grace, starring Daniel Hudson. So you should probably check that out. It's a fantastic movie, and I'm actually recommending it. It's not one of those movies that after you finish watching, you'll be like, oh, what a waste. No, it's not going to be what a waste. Trust me. You're going to love it. And it's kind of emotional. It's kind of emotional. There was this place, the guy was like praying, like, no, I tell hell, no, you are not taking my wife. I was like, you wanted to pray along with the guy. It's really, that particular scene was so moving, like, oh my God. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. So I'm recommending Saving Grace, and starring Daniel Hudson. And at the same time, I cannot say I'm recommending The Secret Next Door, but if you have a data that, you know, it's about to expire, you can just check it out. But if you're actually using your money, not the free data that Airtel or MTN gave you, please, you can just Saving Grace, because that Secret Next Door, I don't know, it's not really my kind of movie, so it doesn't really sit well with me. But anyway, that's it for Nollywood. So okay, so let's move to Hollywood. Okay, I'm supposed to give you some of this thing last week, but you know, sorry about that. Okay, so something that's coming up on Nollywood, that is Netflix, and something that is actually showing presently in Netflix. So Lady Chatterley Lover has been out since December 2nd. That was 3 days ago. Yeah, today's 5, right? Okay, yeah. So that was 3 days ago. It has been out, and at the same time, Scrooge, that is a Christmas Carol, also is been showing presently on Netflix. And from December 16, that is Bardo, First Chronicle of the Handful of Truth, is coming out in December 16. And December 23, Glass Onions is going to be out. I think I told you about Glass Onions the last time. So Glass Onions is going to be out by December 23. And White Noise, yeah, White Noise also is coming out by December 30. So it's something you wanted to look out to. White Noise is, okay, don't let me tell you. Okay, so let's move on to series on Netflix. So Firefly Lane season 2 has been out. That was December 2nd. Yeah, that was 3 days ago as well. Firefly Lane has been out. So coming up on December 7th, season 4 of Too Hot to Handle is also coming on December 7th. Dream House Makeover, yeah, Dream House Makeover season 4 is coming up December 9. And Emily in Paris season 3, yes, it's coming up by December 21. And then Alice in Borderland season 2 is coming on December 22, and The Witcher Blood Origin is coming on December 25. That is on Christmas Day. Yeah. Okay. And then Treason, December 26, that is Boxing Day. We call it Boxing Day. You know, I keep asking, why did they give that day Boxing Day? Like, I mean, since I was a little girl, I never really understand the meaning of that Boxing Day. Is it supposed to be boxing? Moving on. And then The Circle season 5 is also coming up in December 28th. Yes, so that's what I'm going to be giving next week. I'll be giving you something that is coming up by January, so don't let me spoil everything for you, you know. So you can just check out of this movie. Our Lady Chatterley Lover is currently showing on Netflix as we speak, so you can just check it out. And Lady Chatterley Lover, I am recommending it. Trust me, it's one of those movies that you want to watch. Yeah. Okay, so that is it for Hollywood, and that's it on Hollywood and Netflix. Okay, so let me move into K-drama. Okay, so I got 2 movies for you, and these 2 movies, they're not really new movies. I don't know why people are not uploading new movies to YouTube nowadays, especially K-dramas. I don't know why. But I have these 2 movies that I just happened to run into last week, so they were kind of amazing. The first one is Hold My Lady, and that is about this celebrity and the maid. Yeah, luxury. We all know Korean movies, usually a rich guy fell in love with a poor girl, but it's a little bit twisted. Yeah, it's a little bit twisted, so you can check that movie out. It's quite interesting. And of course, the lead actor, who you look a whole lot like Lee Min-ho with a cuter body. Okay. And the second movie I'm going to be recommending is My Sweet Girl. Okay, I don't know if you know this guy. I don't really remember, and I think Chun Ho or something. She's this girl, she was inside her. Yeah, she was inside her. She's a girl with a crazy girl like that is always after her boyfriend. Yeah, it's that lady. Like, super amazing movie though, super amazing movie. I can recommend both of them. But if you ask me which one am I recommending between Oh My Lady and My Sweet Girl? Okay, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go for My Sweet Girl. There's just something about that movie. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's like, when they give a teenager, the girl is actually a teenager and the guy is so matured, and I love the character. She played the teenage love so well. Teenagers, when they are in love with you, they are all crazy, they are all sick, they are all this, they want to see you, even when you are like, stay the hell away from me, they are like crying all over the place, those annoying teenager love kind of something. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to watch that again, like, like, damn, I cannot imagine how crazy we were when we were young, right? Okay, so that is it for the movies. That's the things for the movies. So, like always, on to the duffel bag. I know this is one of the parts that you love the most on this show, and thank you for everyone who has been saying something good about this duffel bag. So yes, so because of that, I'm actually thinking about giving you something more interesting and more fascinating. And as always, I just don't give anything. It's usually some little thing that happened in the previous week that I believe I learned a little bit of something from. Like I used to say, everything teaches you a lesson, only a fool doesn't look harder. So when you look harder, you will understand that the bridge that you crossed, the car that was in front of you before you move forward, the person that just says something can actually give you a direction or actually show you some little bits about life and how you're going to, navigate it if you're ever faced with a challenge that you don't know how to do it. You see, there's always answers, like everywhere. It's just when it's like they used to say, when you are looking for yellow, it's easy to spot out yellow. That's why you know that car is yellow. Wait, that guy is wearing yellow. This is a yellow, like the mango is yellow. Yeah, that's how you can do that. So I'm going to give you something that happened last week, and I'm going to tell you what I learned from it. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so if you notice me very well, I'm usually on wig. If I'm not on wig, I'm on natural hair because but I actually should I say I love my natural hair? I actually kind of love, and I don't really have much time to actually do something with my hair. It's too full and it always costs a lot of time. Okay, so what happened is so I plaited my hair last week. I plaited it to shuku. Now, two things I wanted to bring out in this. When I was combing my hair the other day, I just like, you know what, I'm tired of just making my hair all back. Let me do something else with it. Now I was thinking about how can I make my hair shuku. I've never really made shuku on my hair before, on my head before rather. I usually, even if I did back in the days when I used to do it for my grandmother, it's either the front one does not meet the back one or the back one is finished half the way. So I don't actually know I was gonna do it. And already I was just sitting there, I was just okay, I can just cut it to 4 and I can just do it like I was just imagining it. And then the third day after that, I did that, and I did it so perfectly. And now get this, first thing I wanted to bring out of that thing, there's absolutely nothing you picture in your mind that you cannot hold it with your hand. You see, there is no dreams that cannot come to reality if you are willing to work hard for it. And that is the second thing I wanted to bring it out. Because while I was making this hair, all my hand was like, oh my God, especially both my hands were so like, I would have to bend my head at some point so I could release my hands off the muscle and the stress while I was making it. But after I actually finished doing it, I accomplished what I was trying to do. Like it was so beautiful. Like after I finished making it, like, damn, did I just did this? It's really cute. And while I finished doing that, one of my sister girls said something. She said, does your aunt doesn't pay you while you are doing this? And I just like, well, sometimes you have to blend into some situations, But after I got inside, and then the thought just came, the question that she asked me just popped into my mind, like, does your hand doesn't pay you while you do it? And I answered myself and I said, to achieve the things that we desire, we have to go through some pain. And that just stuck in my head, like, wait, that's true. Like, to actually achieve the things that we desire, we have to go through some pain. And it's also funny that people always want everything to be on this platter of gold. Like when you hear about you have to go through some pain or you have to go through some struggle, people always think like, yeah, I can do this, like, yeah, I can do that, like, how come it's just a little pain? But sometimes it's not just a little pain. Like I had this thing that Pastor Beaver told a friend of ours, and he was actually narrating that thing, and he talks about 3 different kind of doors. Yeah, he mentioned the first door is actually the automatic door. The manual door, sorry. That is the one that when you get there, when you get to the door, is either you push or you pull. And the truth is, actually require your struggle, you require your effort while you are pushing it and while you are pulling it. Now I was trying to open the door the other day, and then I wanted to push it outside, and the thing happened to hit me right back on my head. It's like, it hurt so damn much. And then I was actually thinking about it, was like, sometimes while you are trying to get some doors open, while you are trying to achieve your goal, while you are trying to get your desire, it actually requires some blood, it requires some sweat, it requires you getting your hands dirty, and it might not be the kind of something that you prepared for, like, might not be what you are ready for, but at the same time, you have to be ready unless you are not willing to get what you desire. You see, there's this thing that this lady said in this movie, act like a lady, think like a man. I forgot the name that they gave this character. It was Tyree G. Unsen. I forgot the name that they gave her in that movie when she was on a date with a guy, and she said we can talk about dreams. She said, I believe you can make any dreams come true if you are willing to work hard for it. And that is what the result that I got after I made my hair gave me. Like, while I was doing it, it was so much hurt, like it was so much struggle, like my hands were paining me, but I cannot just leave it up the way I have to accomplish it. And that is actually what I wanted to so tell you right now, because most of the time you just have to put on the stress, you just have to put on the effort, you just have to put on the struggle, you just have to put on the consistency, you just have to put on the focus in order to get what you wanted. Because the truth is, no matter what you picture in your mind, you are definitely going to hold it in your hand, but it's going to require some sacrifices. And the sacrifices is what people like to skip to the other side. You see, after you talk about after the first door, you talk about the second door, is the circling door. That one you require timing, because when you enter, if you are not focused, if your attention is not into it, when the time comes and if you are not out by then, you have to go again all around. And the third door is the one that while you are approaching, the door is opening by itself. But here is the thing about life: people like to get to that third door, but they don't want to get to that first and second door. But you cannot get to that second door unless you get to that first door. It's like we being a fashion designer or whatsoever. I can use fashion designer because I know that intimately, because when you are trying to get a client, or maybe you are a hairstylist, or maybe you are a makeup artist, I don't know whatsoever what you are. When you are trying to get a client, when you just started your business, is the first thing that I usually notice about that is that firstly, when you are starting your business, you have to be like, put the hair on your head, put the makeup on yourself, wear your clothes, go out there. People need to know that this is what you do before opportunities started coming to you. The opportunity is what require timing, because if you don't get the opportunity, if you get the opportunity and if you don't get the timing, you're going to miss your timing. And at the same time, the third one is what they call the one that when you appear there, the door is going to open on its own accord. You see, that one is when you started getting clients, or they are the one that started calling you. Like, I know this girl, she's very good. Trust me, let me recommend it. You don't have to start doing the advertisement. The advertisement will start doing it for you. All right, okay, that is where I'm going to be stopping today. I don't want to waste too much of your time. This is where I'm going to be stopping today. So thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate your time and your effort sticking here with me. Okay, so like always, my name is Tara Well. I upload a video like this once every week. So if this is your first time, please click on subscribe, click on like, and drop a comment. Just say, hey girl, just for me to know this is your first time. And you can drop in the comments what you think about the movies I recommended, or the duffel bag, whatsoever it is. I'm going to love to have you here with me. So I will see you again next week. Like I said, my name is Sarah West, and have a very wonderful day. Bye.